Hey guys, Professor Yerby here. The audio is going to be a little off because I recorded this without sound the first time. So I'm going to uh, narrate this as I go back through it. So first what we wanted to do to convert a VMDK to a .dd file is install our FTK Imager. So you see here on the screen that I'm going to be using version 2.6 of FTK Imager. So we'll go through and install that. I'll pause it here in a second so that you're not watching a long video. Okay, so we install FTK. Go ahead and hit finish, and it opens. And this is what Access Data FTK Imager looks like. What we want to do now is create a disk image, and we're going to create this from let's see, I think it's going to be from an image file, but let's see what I select here. So first I look at logical file and look at the options, and that's not the option that I want. So go back, and now I'm going to select image file, hit next, and what I want to do is I want to find the location of my VMDK, my virtual machine disk file. So I look over here in virtual VMware and go to the options so I can see where the working directory is. So I take that path of the working directory, copy it to my clipboard. Now I'm going to switch back over to FTK and just browse to that path. So it's in my virtual machines, and then within virtual machines I'll go into Net, and then I need to find the VMDK file. So let's expand this out and take a look at the file that I'm looking for here. So organize them here. I have the VMS, which is the configuration file, and I need to find the VMDK. Here it is, virtual machine or virtual disk file. Okay, and let's expand these fields to look at here. So virtual disk file, and then the other file down there was the virtual machine configuration. So I'll go ahead and hit next, finished, and now I hit add. This is asking what file format I want this to be in, depending on the file format you want. Choose here. Raw, the .dd is usable by more software packages for analysis, so we'll go with that. We will go ahead and fill out this information for case number. This will all show up in our summary later on. So we'll call this case 1999. Evidence number, we'll say E001, and this is a system image of a virtual install of Linux Mint. The examiner is me, Professor Jonathan Yerby. And then down here on notes, may want to put some information here, such as this was acquired with FTK Imager. Go ahead and click next. Image destination folder, so we'll just save a new file for our evidence on a desktop. So we will call this new folder E1999 evidence. Go ahead and click OK. And the image file name, excluding the extension, so we'll call it Linux Mint VM, and we'll leave the fragment size as 1500. Click finish. Verify all of the options that we want are checked, and we can go ahead and click start. Okay, so what it's doing now is it is capturing the image. What I'll do is I'll pause it periodically so that you do not have to wait the entire time. Alright, that worked, and now what we're doing is verifying our image. So what this will do at the end of the 1 to 2 minutes is give us a hash value so that we can verify that the image that we were seeking to acquire matches. And the software does it for us. It gives us the computed hash and the reported hash. We can see here we don't even have to actually compare them manually. We can just look here at the MD5 hash, and the result down there says it matches. Then we can look at the SHA-1 hash, and we can see that there's a match there, and there's no bad sectors, so we're good there. We can go ahead and click close. And if we wanted to get more information that we typed in earlier, we could click on the image summary. So this gives us all the same information that we typed in earlier. And we can see the different files that were created. And we can see our hash values at the bottom here. Okay, we hit close. And now we have our evidence acquired into the .dv format. Thank you, and that concludes this tutorial.